team, Mike, OFT, Old Fellas Travels for the Newbies. Where you going, Barnes? Well, it's my last day in Perth, and today is the 12th of June, and this is the daily routine in Perth. Me and Barnes, here's old Barnaby over there having a fat time. He loves coming to the park. And once again, we're down in the beautiful Swan River, where supposedly I might have got Ross River fever, but we'll talk about that again lately, because I don't think it was Ross River fever. We'll talk about anyway that at some stage, and the benefits of going to a naturopath. Anyway, I just thought I'd throw this video up because I've had a few requests to delve a little bit deeper, would we say, into the old fella's life or the way of doing things and such. So, you know, I've had the odd request to talk a little bit about my journeys and my prospecting and everything else. So I have been, you might have noticed a couple of videos, I must be getting a bit more sentimental or melancholy, whatever you want to call it as I get older. So I've thrown a couple of videos up that are really probably part of my life, and I think I'm probably going to do things a little bit different, because I keep getting, because people are asking me, you know, more that's probably relevant to my life and the way I do things. And I think about this more and more, about capturing, you know, the old fella and his life, and then sharing it with people. So, and while people are enjoying the content, you know, I like putting it up. So I do like this whole, you know, really it's making records. It's almost like a diary, I think, of basically the last 5 years of my life is when I really started after the wife passed away. So I'm thinking, you know, I might do a little bit, and this is probably the start of it. Let's do a little bit of the Truman Show experiment. Let's record the day to day, or not every day, but let's record the full Monty as far as the lifestyle goes. Not just prospecting, not just being out bush. You know, the significance in day-to-day lifestyles. Oh, here we go. Barnes gets a bit nervous when the dog comes running up. You're okay. You're okay, mate. Only because he had a bloody great big dog jump on him about 2 years ago, probably 3 years ago. Nipped him, and then it was a big dog, and squashed him flat to the ground and dislocated his rear leg, and I had to rush into the vet in Margaret River, I think it was. I was down at Augusta at the time. You're okay, mate. There you go. And it was very untidy, very upsetting. You know, it's my little mate and I. It was, and I hate, I mean, well, you know, I hated something like that happening to him. So yeah, getting back on track. I don't know whether it's the right thing to do. In fact, the whole channel, when I started it, I didn't know what I was doing, you know, like, but originally I wanted to capture my travels, because you know, like when you travel, when you go and do something, you sort of lose, I think, you remember it, but you sort of lose, you know, that feeling you got when you went to certain places. When I look over my videos, I see one and go, oh, that's right. Remember when we were at, you know, Pedelpa Rock Barns, and I'll crank it up and we'll have a bit of a watch. Oh, where's the boy? Oh, he's still down there with that little girl. He must like her. Come on. Here he comes, 100 miles an hour. Oops. Sorry, Dad. Well, it's not really. I'm not really his dad, I'm more his mate. So this is probably the start of it. This is how we generally start a day when we're in Perth. I generally stay with my sister when I'm down in Perth. I don't have a residence in Perth. There's a property over in Queensland, but that's a completely different story. And I enjoy it. Come on, get out of there. So over there sniffing around. We're in the flight path for Perth Airport. Perth Airport's only probably about 8 kilometres. Maybe 8 kilometres of crow flies that way. So pretty close to the airport. Alright, so now the jet's passed over. So this area here, before it became a sports ground, it was just like an open paddock. They used to, somewhere along here, I can't remember where it was, might have been the other side. I mean, we're talking 60 years ago. And, you know, they'd grow watermelons and that sort of thing. And we used to actually come down here, swim across the river in summertime, pinch a watermelon, crawl up, pinch a watermelon. And we got caught one time. And my cousin got laced with saltpeter from the old, I think it was an Italian or Yugoslav guy come out with his shotgun. But that's how they used to roll back in the day. So this was very much country area, and they used to have here what they used to call the wine festival. I don't know how many years it ran for, but you'd come down here, they had all the wine growers, because there's still wine growers out through the Swan Valley, but they'd all come down here with their products and their wines, and they'd have stalls, white marquees, and there'd be bands. So there's a pretty big shindig actually, and they'd have this big wine festival event down here. And like I was saying, you pay an normal fee, and you used to get this wine glass, a pretty good wine glass too, by the way, and it'd be on a leather thing that'd go around your neck, and it'd have a little leather sort of made pouch that the wine glass sit in, so you could wander around and test the wines. And that started before I was old enough to drink. I think I might have been about 16 when they kicked that off. And by crikey, I can remember the family had come down, because we didn't live that far away. We could, mum and dad and that could walk to get the wine festival, and by crikey, they'd come home drunk. That little fella tagged you, mate. Hey, he's got a bit of attitude, eh? You're okay. You're okay. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, you're okay. It didn't hurt you. At the end of the day, what I think is I'm actually capturing, you know, me, and I'm making a record of me. I mean, I'm getting older. Who knows what my memory's going to be like as I get older? So it's really a living diary of me that I'm going to be able to look back on. And that was, I suppose, the original intention, but why not share it with everybody, you know? Get to know me, guys, you know? I mean, check me out today. I haven't even got a cap on. And it's rare to see me without something on my head. But this is how we roll when we're back in the Perth. I hate the city though. This is the only thing that keeps me sane, is being able to get out to an open area. But even the sound of all those cars in the background is a little bit disturbing for me. I've never been a city person, and I've spent most of my life out in either on the outskirts of a town or out in the country. I need a little theme to start it off, don't I? What did he say on the Truman Show? Good morning. Hello. Oh, I can't remember. What will we call this? A lifestyle series, I suppose. Who knows? The old fella story. Yeah, the old fella story. Let's call it that. Stay there, mate. I'll come and get in the car. Oh, Barnes' favourite spot. Alright team, that's it. The old fella story. It'll be interesting to see how it goes, but I won't continue if no one's enjoying it. But if you want to live the life of the old fella through the old fella's eyes, I suppose you might enjoy these videos. What do you reckon, Barnes? Do you reckon it's worthwhile doing? You want to share your life? Do you? You want to share your life? Of course you do. Yeah, I think Barnes is up for it. Alright guys, so that's it. That's the train of thought at the moment. We'll see how it goes. Alright, we're done. That's the old fella signing out. Bit cool this morning. Beautiful day. I'm out of here. Yeah, mate.